I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers. Okay, it's now, the recording is in session.
Recording live.
Live from New York. This is Button Mappers Live. With your hosts, Teddy Kong.
And Alex.
Alex, special appearance from Clue Clue Land.
/
Columns. One tough baby. A bad voice of Sonic. Probably some other dumb jokes. Featuring... Okay, I can't keep going with this joke.
That's pretty good. I think that's intro worthy.
Is it? Oh shit! Are we gonna go from there?
Do you want to?
Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. That was just our free warm up talk, and it turned into the intro of the video.
Let us know in the comments below. Is it worth it?
Is it worth Button Mappers Live? No.
Warm up edition.
Warm up edition. That was good. What are we doing today, Teddy?
Today we are having the finest intellectual of discourses on a very special holiday that comes up. It only comes up once a year, but, you know, we here at the Button Mappers quite enjoy it as it pertains deeply to our deepest interests. And that's gaming, because it's the holiday. It's ThanksGaming.
I thought you were going to say food because it's Thanksgiving, but I can roll with this, yeah.
So ThanksGaming. Thanksgiving's pretty good too, but ThanksGaming. Are you thankful for gaming?
I am very. Honestly, I don't know what kind of person I would be if like gaming wasn't a part of my life, or had never been a part of my life, or like I just never knew of its existence.
Yeah, could you imagine? Like, could you possibly like depict the Alex without gaming?
I don't know. I just picture him like gardening or something. Like, man, my tulips are really not wanting to grow this year.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
It's just crazy because, it's like as long as I can remember, that's been my biggest interest, and things have never changed for me. I know a lot of people kind of like phase in and out of like gaming, but it's never really happened to me. It's like when I was little, like I loved games, and mom, like my parents were like, one day you'll grow out of it. It never happened. I just kept loving games.
I think everyone's parents wish their kids got out of gaming, but it just didn't happen. I don't know.
My mom was always supportive of like me creatively. My dad, on the other hand, he was always like kind of worried that when I got older, like I wouldn't be responsible. I'd just spend money on dumb shit, which I guess I do just to some extent, but I'm still able to feed myself, pay my bills, whatever. But like I think once I turned like I don't know, like I was like a teenager. Once I was a teenager, and my dad saw that I was able to make those responsible decisions, and I still had like at that time I had like a collection of like over like 600 games. It turned from like him being like, oh, one day you're gonna have to stop buying those games, to him like when we talk to other people, he'd be like, man, you should see Alex's game collection. He's got like over 600 games. And they'd be like, whoa. He's like, yeah, it's crazy. So it turned into him like more like a bragging thing. And because I think like he kind of realized that it wasn't just like some little thing that I was into. Like it was like, it's like part of who I am,
I mean, as a fellow YouTube collector, creative individual, classic game room fan.
Is that what we call ourselves?
It better be.
That was good.
Nice. Yeah. That's our moniker. If we ever make a new channel, it'll be the...
It's just fucking long, dude.
Yeah, the creative YouTube collecting gamer, something. I don't know. It's not our title. But... our subtitle. As someone who likes games, I definitely, that resonates with me. I've had games in my collection as long as I can remember, even when I went off to college, and like I did sell games. I brought a Nintendo DS with me. I remember playing Mario Kart DS for like years. Pardon, I'm drinking a beer too. Had
Oh,
beers in my
I
fridge for
thought you like
years.
got really emotional for a second. I was like, Teddy, it's okay. We've all played Mario Kart DS. It's so good.
But Donkey Kong. No.
Choco Mountain.
I won the Grand Prix 10 times.
This is the Oscar-worthy episode of the Button Mappers.
If only you could see our faces. But yeah, I respect it. I respect that your gaming hobby was respected. I've definitely had that, those conversations when I was younger with like, where it's like, oh, if you don't do your homework, I'm gonna throw away your video games or something like. And I did my homework, but then I would stay up late and I'd be playing like Xbox Live or some bullshit. But I think over the years I've learned to respect my gaming time and my gaming collection a little more, um, and I'm thankful for it. I've got a lot of memories with these games, and they're not something to be thrown out.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
you know,
I
you.
I
Sorry, I didn't
that
want to cut you off there.
no, go
It's
ahead.
all you.
No, go ahead. Teddy, I insist.
I have your insistence. Okay. I don't know. I feel like it was pretty poetic. I think I'm about done.
I just, it's just like I think like also on that same note, I've like matured alongside my games in a sense. And it's like I've also matured alongside my gaming habits. Let's put it that way, or like collecting habits. Like I think used to whenever I was younger, especially whenever I was like a fairly young teenager, it was like I was just anything I could get my fucking hands on, like even stuff I didn't care about. It was like it's a game, I gotta have it in my collection. It's a game, I have to play this or try this. It's a game, and I think now that like I'm a little more well versed in the into the gaming space, and that I know what my tastes are and my interests. I have definitely matured alongside the medium.
Wow. Ain't that great?
So, what are we thankful for, Teddy? What is some of the gaming related games, consoles, people that inspired you, games that inspired you? What the hell, Teddy? What are we thankful for?
Well, God damn it, Alex, I'm thankful for it all. No, I don't know. Maybe we could break this video into pieces. Let's start with the games because that's the heart of the conversation.
Okay. So, what is like? I don't want to say the game you're thankful for, but like, just kind of think of some games you're thankful for and tell me why.
Top 5?
Maybe, yeah.
Top 5. Sonic 3. Zelda.
Why? No, hold on, wait. Can you tell me why? With like alongside of them?
Yes. Sonic 3 I played at my friend's house when I was like 10 years old. And he had a Sega. They had like 3 games on it. I just remember Sonic 3 and I can't wait for our map out of that game. I'm hoping it holds up. Because there are some maps in that game that I'll never forget. And I just remember being so floored by it. I played Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and they're both fun, but I remember Sonic 3 so well. And it's so jazzy. It's got like the soundtrack to match. Yeah, Sonic 3. That's my first one. What's yours?
Ooh, shit. What's my first one? I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna throw out Banjo. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out Banjo. It's like one of my most played games of all time. It's a game that really still, even though since we did the map out and I could kind of like recognize some of its issues, I'm not kind of like as blinded with nostalgia that I was. I could still love the game because it's still like it still kind of grew up with me. Like it was like it was one of those games that I can't remember a time when I didn't have access to that game, or I didn't regularly play that game. It's just something that like will always be a part of my gaming habits.
Yeah, and I know we did the map out and we were critical of it, but it really is a fun game regardless.
Well, doing a video like that or doing a podcast like that, it's kind of hard not to be critical of something. It doesn't mean that it changes my feelings towards it. I could still love it, and I do.
Whereas for me, Banjo-Tooie is the game. It's the legend. It's a classic in every sense of the word.
Classic.
I love. Yes, classic. No, I love Banjo-Tooie though. So your Banjo-Kazooie is my Banjo-Tooie.
Okay, what is my next one? Okay, I could have just said Sonic 2, and we all know that's my favorite, but I'm gonna say something different here. Sonic 2 is a game that I did grow up with and I do appreciate, but I don't think it's the game that really like got me to love Sonic. I don't think it's the game that I played and I was like, hell yeah, I'm a Sonic fan now. And I don't know what that game would be, but my earliest memories of really like getting into Sonic. Note here, I didn't have a Dreamcast, so I didn't play the adventure games until later, until I was like a teenager, and I really love those games too. But my first like Sonic game that I like saved up my allowance and got was Sonic Heroes, and I know that's a really contested game amongst the fan base and amongst people in general. But it's a game with a lot of character and personality. It really gives off like the whole like it still follows the Sonic formula. It has like a 2 act structure for each area. It still has like interesting mechanics, good music, and it's just a game that it may not be the best, and I could probably point out a ton of its flaws, but it's one of those games that like when I got home from school, it's one that I would definitely pop into my PS2 and play like daily.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I really need to try that a little more. I know you tried to turn me onto it, but it just
It really
it,
got me into like the era of Sonic, which I'm a big fan of, which is like that era of Sonic, like the Dreamcasty era.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oblivion, Elder Scrolls.
Ooh.
I played it on a PC, and not to say I ever had a gaming PC. This thing would be like, running clunky as all hell. But I just remember all these conversations, and it was one of those first skill tree type games, and really like exploring the lore of the game, talking to everyone. The music was very ambient, and gameplay wise, it was pretty bad, but it was cool. Like I really liked it. I think I got it on the 360 at one point as a platinum hit. So that game kind of opened up the idea to me about like, yeah, exactly, like beautiful gaming.
Yeah. No, I kind of get what you mean. I can talk about a game that has a lot of flaws too, which is going to be Kingdom Hearts, a game that I haven't talked about on the show at all, and a series that I actually do quite enjoy, but I can definitely see its flaws too. It's definitely not for everybody. But I would say this, without ever playing the first Kingdom Hearts game on PS2, I would have never given RPGs a chance. I'll be honest. Like what drew me into to that one was I was fairly young and I had a bunch of Disney characters, and I was like, that looks fun. But then as I got older and I kept playing those games, it kind of like turned me into an RPG fan where I could play games like my favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy 12, and it is like that game is really really like weird with its mechanics, but it's a lot of fun. And there's other RPGs that I love that like I could thank Kingdom Hearts for getting me into that genre.
Okay. Dragon Quest Monsters. That got me into
Ooh,
the RPG genre.
there
I
you
played
go.
it on the Game Boy Color, and I never turned back. That is just a fun game. I've liked the Pokemon games. I've got memories with them, but I've never been as impacted as I have by Dragon Quest Monsters. It's just a fun one all around. You get like
I
so
did play the.
much.
Sorry, go ahead.
You get
That's
so
you were
much
done.
free reign over the ranch and the monsters. You breed them. They're your monsters. And it is a little antiquated or whatever, but it's just if you're looking for like that monster taming game, like that's it. That's the one. You can actually get it on the Japanese Switch shop.
Hmm.
So, worth looking into.
I did used to play a lot of Pokemon. I used to be a big Pokemon fan when I was younger. And I don't know, maybe Pokemon also got many RPGs. I don't know about that because Pokemon's not really that. It's not really that hard to be honest. You know. So I don't know if that really got me into the whole RPG, like wanting to go in and like change my abilities and all my characters and stuff. So I don't know if I'd put that on the game that I'm thankful for. It's definitely something that I enjoyed when I was younger. Games that I'm thankful for, man. This is harder than I thought it would be.
I got you, and it's one that I'm thankful for as well. But I'll let you do the talking. You ready?
Yeah.
Fable.
Fable, dude. Fuck yeah. That's also a game that got me into RPGs, but more into like the action, end of the RPGs, the role playing, and more than like the JRPG, like because like there's a big difference between like RPGs and JRPGs. Like JRPGs, you don't necessarily have a lot of control over your characters and what they do and other choices and who they are. Like you're playing Kingdom Hearts, you're gonna be Sora, no matter what. You're playing Fable, you're gonna be an asshole if you want to. You're gonna be a good guy. You're gonna do whatever you want. And that game, even though it's definitely one that I can also look back on and see its faults, it's one that also kind of did grow with me and shape me, and it's a game that I look back on fondly.
My experience with that game is not fond at all because I had it on the PC, and like I said, my laptop is not a PC laptop, and I tried installing it so many times. It's a 4-disc game, and it takes hours and hours to upload. This is back in the days of AOL Instant Messenger, and I installed it, and I would play it. And I would get to the point where you're just about to graduate from the college, and the game would freeze every single time. So I never even got to grow outside of the college. But I love the concept so much because it was unlike anything I ever played. I wrote support tickets. I tried like reinstalling it, and it was just without fail. I could not play the game until I got a 360 later on, played it, and I was like, well, that was it. But I remember really trying to love that game, and I kind of appreciate the idea behind it, even if, people lament its execution to this day.
And you saw a certain review on the game, didn't you?
Which one was that? Yours?
Yeah, so like from like fucking 7 years ago or whatever. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, well, you've kept it private, so I can't.
You can't watch it. Sorry, guys. All those old reviews are gone. They're dead.
You want to just keep shooting the shit with these games? Because we could go for days.
We could do games. We could do console. We could do other things. It's just I think it's good to recognize like what made you who you are, especially in terms of gaming or like any art form, film, books, whatever the hell you like, music.
Well,
it's good to appreciate the stuff.
There's some huge contenders that I think like I've missed out on in just talking. I think like there's probably a few that you didn't get to either. Like F-Zero GX, we can't not
I love that game.
mention that game. Like that's a great game.
I love the GameCube.
Let's do the GameCube video.
I just fucking love the GameCube.
let's just do another intellectual discourse on Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah.
The Sega Genesis and the Saturn.
Yeah.
No. Games, man. Games for days.
It's just like DK Country. I know that's one we have both also really love. And it's a game that has also stuck with me. And like no matter what, like they can make a new DK Country tomorrow, and it can literally like be the fucking best game in the world. And I will admit that. But I will never admit that I like it more than Country because Country just holds that spot in my heart,
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just one of those games that's like never gonna leave its spot.
No, I mean that's Ocarina of Time for me. Like Breath of the Wild could be better, but I will still love Ocarina of Time, and I'll replay it every year.
Yeah, there's just something about like that feeling you get when you play it, and you kind of get like that semi flashback to being a kid, and like kind of this all being something that's new and exciting and really like shapes your perception on the world.
Yeah. So Alex, what is your perception of the world?
Everything fucking sucks. No.
And this came out of Donkey Kong Country?
No. But you know what I mean? Like, like when you're young, everything's like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play games. And so it kind of puts me back to that state,
Do you have a nasty hatred towards crocodiles?
No, but King K. Rool is a bitch. It's crazy to think about the fact that like even in terms of like doing gaming content, Teddy, we've been around for a minute. Like we're old.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
It's like it's crazy to even think about. Like something that I'm thankful for is definitely like the gaming community. Maybe not as much now I would say maybe like it's kind of hit or miss with like the what it has kind of shaped into. I know we have a close circle of friends and people that we talk to and stuff like that, but like in terms of like what also kept me gaming was definitely that aspect. I know me and you both were big classic game room fans. I'm not going to sit here and talk about classic game rooms the rest of the episode because I could, but it's definitely something that kept me going. That I tuned into that show, and it like really piqued my interest. I would find new games I'd never heard of. I would find stuff that I always wanted to try, and maybe kind of deterred me, or found games I never heard of that I want really like ended up loving. It's just one of those things that without Classic Game Room, I think I wouldn't have kept gaming the way I was.
I loved his website, and I just love the idea of like sharing views on games and like posting these mini reviews, and like it made me a video maker again. I hadn't made video projects creatively in the longest time. I used to do it in high school or whatever for like video projects, but I never had a purpose. And Classic Game Room gave me a purpose. Without Classic Game Room, I may never have become a YouTube personality, I guess. I don't know the word for it. But it made me a lot more comfortable. It made me feel purposeful, especially at a time in my life where I didn't have it. So, I am thankful for Classic Game Room. I've shown them my support over the years. They've kind of changed quite a bit from where they first started, and understandably so. I'm not here to say, like, that I regret anything that's happened. I'm happy that that Mark did his thing, that Derek did his thing, and that they had a whole team behind them as well. So,
well, I think also a lot of even though like the show isn't really around anymore, and Mark still does projects, but it's not really like exactly what it was. I think the spirit of the show lives on, and a bunch of the people like us, like you and me, like other people like the fucking Burf, like people that really like that, like he touched and inspired. We really kind of reflect that in our content because like like once again, without his stuff I wouldn't have become a gaming YouTuber. I would have probably been on YouTube because I was doing film projects, but I may never have touched a gaming channel in my life, because most of the gaming channels I watched up to that point, they were very factual, very very like to the point, very like this is good, this is bad. You watch old Classic Game Room videos, he never makes a point like that. It's all about what gaming was to him, and gaming to him was fun, and it made it fun to watch. So with that point of view going into it, I was like, oh, I can make gaming content that's tailor made to my taste, to what makes me a gamer, and I don't have to be like, oh, this is factually good, this is factually bad, this is what this is what this isn't. I can say, oh, I like this thing, and, you may not like this thing, but I love this thing. It's dumb and I love it. And that's kind of like what I think a lot of like the spirit of the show lives on, in that sense.
To 2019. 2019 button mappers.
What else are you thankful for, Teddy?
I'm thankful for you, Alex.
Thanks.
I'm thankful that we've grown together.
I'm thankful also. Yeah, I'm also thankful that, like, think about it. Without Classic Gamer, we would have never became friends, probably.
I think your first video I saw under your moniker of Beautiful Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I
remember
used to post on there.
I remember it's not a thumbs up on the website. You would give everyone like a toast. There's like a little icon for a mug with beer full of it. And I remember you had like a 17-minute video on like Lost Planet or something. I don't.
Oh yeah, I did a Christmas review. Yeah. Where I sing a little jingle or something.
And then your Sega Genesis 6-pack video, and I was like, oh wow, he has video editing software and he sounds just like me, or something like that. I don't know.
That was Teddy back then.
Yeah.
No, man, I was thankful too, because like it was like I noticed that like you were very supportive whenever that time, kind of like whenever you started commenting on my videos and watching my videos regularly, and you had good feedback. So I remember like one of the first things that I thought of, because I had done collaborations. I did one with another YouTuber. I forget what he goes by now. I think it's like Factor 5 Fanatic. Cool guy. We did a top 10 Pac-Man games. It's still on his channel. It's got like over like 2,000 something views. Or you know, I don't know where it's at now. It was pretty high last time I checked. And I was really thankful to do that project with him. But like, you know, after we kind of did that project, we just kind of went our separate ways. You know, it was kind of like, okay, cool. But like, I think like, because I noticed you're very supportive and stuff. So whenever I decided to do Turbo Zone and kind of branch out into that, you know, and make that my home, I asked you to come on board, and you know, it was like from that point, like we've been friends, you know, and I was, you know, and that's something I'm very thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Pound it, man.
Pound it. Pound it.
This friendship pound. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And of course, you know, and without doing Turbo Zone, or I would say the same thing with you. With you doing Majority, you would have met a lot of cool people.
Yeah, 100%.
I couldn't make fun of Spencer every week.
And then support him the next.
You know, I would have met, I would have met BioPhoenix, dude. I would have met Black Metal Gamer, and I made fun of that guy. Like, I made a whole video where I made fun of that guy, and he's a cool dude, and we're cool now. You know, like,
YouTube is a beautiful thing.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm thankful for you guys, the listeners. I'm thankful for the community that has sticked with us, and that I hope will continue to stick with us, and we'll stick with you, man.
Hells yeah. To the viewers.
Thankful for Terry and his essays.
The love is in the air.
I'm thankful for the completionist, for the birth,
For the mashups.
for the mashups. You know, I'm just thankful. You know, we've in a time where like YouTube gaming has especially kind of hit rock bottom. It's like we still have this little circle,
Yeah.
this community, and we're all a family. So gather around the ThanksGaming table, you guys.
ThanksGaming table. Well put. Well put. Grab a slice of the ham.
The ham, get a piece of pie. You know, get some stuffing. Who knows?
And let's all talk shit about Clue Clue Land.
Let's all fucking dump on Glue That's for the video of things I'm not thankful for.
Yeah. But at least you have someone to joke about it with.
Yeah, and you know, and you know, like I wouldn't have had that without gaming. Think about that, because like I have friends that'll play games, like me and Damon. If you know who Damon is, he does my Frickin' Frack channel with me. Which you don't know what Frickin' Frack is. I make short films. Damon and I play Smash Bros and stuff all the time, but he's not a gamer. Like, I can't talk to him about games because I'm like, hey dude, did you hear about this thing? Or hey dude, what's your thoughts on this? And he's like, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. There's definitely something that binds the YouTube gaming community, and it's you know, it's definitely knowledge and awareness, but also having like a common vernacular.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I think it's special.
It's special. So special. Guys, what are you thankful for? Let me know. Are you thankful for the button mappers? Because you should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thankful for the button mappers.
What are some of the games that you're thankful for? Some of the consoles you're thankful for? You're on YouTube here, so I take it you watch other gaming YouTubers. What are some of those guys? You know?
And even what's one of our video projects that you're thankful for?
Yeah. What's one of the ones you're not? I have plenty of those.
Really? I love them all. No.
Well, Teddy, there's a saying that you have to fail before you can win, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that.
Takes 10 Clue Clue Lands
to
make a Mario Bros.
I was like, to make a what?
To make an ice climber.
Who the fuck do you make it a 10 Clue Clue lands? A coffee table?
Clue Clue World.
Clue Clue World.
Jesus.
But yeah, I just, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed. Is there anything else you want to touch on, Ted? Can I start calling you Ted?
You can. You can call me Ted.
Feels weird. Hey, Ted.
Hey, Alex.
Is there anything else you're thankful for?
Not amiibos, that's for sure.
Not amiibos.
I don't know. Gaming merchandise, gaming memorabilia, and just gaming culture in general. I like that I see gaming culture coming back, that I see people rocking the gaming shirts and everything. And that it's like, Alex is popping one up right now. I'm just wearing a blank blue shirt.
Look, there's a fucking Saturn controller on this shirt. Isn't that cool? Like,
props to the Saturn.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I live in a time where I could say that, like, one of my YouTube friends opened up a store for like a year, and I got a shirt from him and a couple of games, and then I can do trades, and like we send each other games all the time, and gaming is a beautiful thing.
Gaming is a beautiful thing, dun, 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 dun. And it makes a gaming ring. I went into a gaming store once. I bought a couple games, and they were pretty fun. And it was...
Then they got lame.
that was pretty good.
It's Button Mapper Classic right there.
Button Mapper Classic. We're coming soon to a late night cable TV commercial for near you. We're going to be selling the Button Mappers Classics collection on CD. 5 wonderful CDs full of Button Mapper Classics for now only $6.99.99, with such classics as
Clue Land sucks. And Columns.
I'm one tough baby. One tough baby.
So, Alex.
Yeah, what's up?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? It's just a CD of all of our fucking jokes that we can't let go.
And now in song form and fashion. A loop track of Spencer going, "My game's disappointing.
My game's disappointing." His Sonic impression's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
I was surprised by that. Can we just do like one track that's just me doing Sonic impressions?
Wow, we gotta keep doing Sonic impressions.
All the characters and stuff.
Can you do an Amy Rose impression?
Oh no, I don't think my voice can do that one.
What's something she says?
She's like, "This time you're mine, Sonic," or something like that. Yeah.
Is it like high pitched?
I don't know. Yeah, like it's a little mousy. I think that's why I can't do it, because it's hard for me to like reach that. I mean, I could do like a higher pitch, like a Mickey Mouse or something, But I don't think I can do like a girly mousy voice,
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
This time you're mine, Sonic.
That still kind of sounded like a Mickey Mouse or something, like
Yeah. You do Mickey impressions.
Yeah, I could do Mickey. I could do Mario.
How about Tail Sonic Adventure?
I don't remember how he sounded. They changed his voice so much.
His English voice was
like kid or something.
He's like, "I'm by the pool," or I don't know. It's really bad.
I know, like in like Sonic Heroes, like he was always like, "Hey, Sonic!" Like he just sounded like a fucking kid. "Hey, Sonic, what's up?"
We could also do Sonic Boom Knuckles.
Oh Lord,
that's pretty bad.
Can I just do like those Knuckles raps? Have you ever heard those from Sonic Adventure 2?
No.
Oh, they're fucking brilliant, dude.
Can you?
Yeah. Oh, if I knew I know like the part of the Pumpkin Hill one. but I forget like the lyrics. It's like, ain't gonna live to get to me. I'm just going creep down a pumpkin hill. I gotta find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's
That
good.
game's got some bomb ass raps in its knuckle stages.
Damn. Might be import worthy. I should look into it.
It's a good game.
Is that Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube?
Yeah, or just Sonic Adventure and Dreamcast, either or. Battle on
Okay.
GameCube just adds more multiplayer stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really a difference. You can enjoy both.
Nice.
Nice. That's me finishing a Sonic stage.
Well done.
I know that it's here. I sense it in my feet. that's my favorite line.
You go. Ukulele.
A lizard and a bat. What's up with that? What are we doing at this point? we started this episode on the warm up session, and now we basically closed the video, but we're still going.
Mm-hmm.
I hope somebody's still listening.
Button mappers.
Thanks for listening, guys. Once again, I want to know what you're thankful for.
I thank you.
Button mappers, I'll see you later. It's been a good time mapping some buttons.
Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun-dun.
How does SNL end? They always do like a musical performance, right? And then they end the show.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Sounds
I
like
don't know.
The Price is Right. Come on down to The Price is Right.
And we've got a lucky little button over here with somebody who's won the grand prize. Button mapper seal of approval. Certified button mapper.
Who's it?
Whoever listened to this point in the video.
You are certified, but okay, let's get off of here.
Bye.
Button mappers. This is fucking stupid. We're gonna be going for like 6 minutes with this shit. See you guys later.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.